All right, we'll move on now as we bring in our next set of athletes for the remainder of our call today. Cassius Clay Collard has been working for a PFL championship for a few seasons, but this year, the number one seed, he is looking to finally break through and secure that $1 million. Of course, standing between him and a trip to the World Championship is Hurricane Shane Burgos, who enters the PFL playoffs as the number 4 seed and certainly has a World Championship on his mind. These two are going to meet on Wednesday, August 23rd, also at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. Welcome, Cassius Clay Collard and Hurricane Shane Burgos. We will start with Cassius Clay Collard as the number 1 seed. Clay, you've been here before. You know what's on the line. You know the challenge that lays ahead. What does it mean for you to be back here in the PFL playoffs?
Man, I think it's well-deserved, we keep trying and we keep getting screwed by those judges, so it was nice not to leave it in the judges' hands last time,
Yeah, no doubt. I know you're trying to avoid that. All right, the matchup here that you've got, it's another veteran like yourself. It's the high-profile edition this year that everybody was talking about. So talk to me about, the matchup, kind of where you think your advantages lie in this fight.
Man, he's a good striker. He showed good wrestling against Yamato. He's a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying this since year 1. I like beating up tough guys.
I love it. You have not shied away from tough matchups. Look, on paper, as a fight fan, this thing looked like it's going to be a lot of fun. I guess, what are you thinking? I mean, what do you think fans can expect out of this matchup?
Well, I mean, I bring it every time, It's going to be an exciting fight if Cassius Clay's in the mix. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, I'm looking forward to fighting a guy like Shane and another big name, another feather in the hat. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Appreciate those opening remarks. Shane, I'll come to you quickly before we turn it over to the media. Not the easiest path to get here, right? I think some people thought you might walk in and just dance your way right to the championship, but you're here. You're in the playoffs. You got through the adversity to get here. What does it mean for you to be at this stage and getting ready to start the playoff run?
Yeah, man, it means everything to me. Opportunity of a lifetime. I'm excited, man. I'm ready for this one.
I dig it, man. And again, I think it's going to be an exciting matchup. But where do you think you hold the advantage? Have you broken Clay down, and kind of where do you think you have the advantages?
Absolutely, this is one of those fights. Like I said it in a bunch of other interviews and stuff. Like, as soon as I signed with the PFL, even when I was dabbling with the idea of staying at 45, everyone was like, "Let me see. We want to see Clay versus Shane. Clay versus Shane." So, like right off the bat, he was one of the guys that I had my eye on because he's an exciting fighter. He's one of those fighters that he brings it every single time. And just like me, so. On paper, this fight, you run it 100 times. It can't be boring. Not one of those times.
I agree.
Right? It's going to be a banger from the first bell to the last bell. I can't see it being boring in any way, shape, or form. So I'm excited to go out there, test my skills against him. And he's a formidable opponent. I feel like he doesn't get enough of the recognition or respect that he deserves, honestly, because the dude is tough. You look at his record, look at his style. It's going to be a fucking banger.
I love it. I love hearing you say that because when this matchup came together, I thought the same thing. Like, there's no way this fight is going to be fun. But, I mean, you're in a semifinal, right? I mean, really, you're just trying to get a win and get to the final. So does that change the mindset at all? Or do you just go in there and go, hey, we know what kind of fighters we are. Let's just go throw down.
Fuck that shit. We're banging, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. We're going at it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm not thinking about the finals. This is the finals in my mind. This is the $1 million fight. This is the fight that everybody wants to see. Like, it's not even an opinion. I'm not trying to be biased because it's me in it. Obviously, this is the fight that everyone wants to see. I can't see us going out there and not living up to the hype. I know he's not going to try to hold on to me and just take me down and lay and pray. I know he's not just going to try to jab and stay away from me the entire time. I can't see this fight being boring in any way, shape, or form.
I love it. You guys are getting me chills, bro. I'm getting fired up right now, man. This is going to be a banger. So, all right, I appreciate you guys answering my questions. I know the media asked some questions as well, so we will turn it over to the media to keep this thing going.
All right, Harry Mack.
Harry Mack from the Bookies Basement. Thank you guys both for your time, first and foremost. First question for Shane. Obviously, kind of an unorthodox path in actually getting to the playoffs at this point. Yeah. So walk me through, I guess, the feelings, the emotions from the end of PFL 6 through the announcement that it was going to be you and Clay in the playoffs here.
Yeah, so I finished the fight. Obviously, I knew I needed to finish to make it to the playoffs. So obviously, didn't get the finish. So I was like, shit, man, Yamamoto's tough. But It's like, that fucking sucks. So I get on the plane, I go back home, and I land. Obviously, no service on the plane ride home. I didn't even go to sleep that night. I land like 7, 8 in the morning because I had my third daughter coming any day, so I had to get back home quick. I landed. My PT's on the flight. My phone has no service still. He's like, Shane, he called me from a couple rows back. I'm like, what's up? He's like, you check your phone? I'm like, no, I have no service, bro. So he throws me his phone. I catch it, and I'm like, all right, this is obviously not real. And I'm like, oh shit, this is a MMAfighting.com. This is legit. What the fuck? Then my phone, I get service, and it starts blowing up, and I'm like, holy shit. So instantly, I'm like, the butterflies start going. I'm like, let's fucking go. And it's in New York too. Like, let's go. Stars are aligned, baby.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And for Clay, I guess same question. You know, what goes through your head from finding out that it's not going to be Natan you're facing in the semifinals, and that you actually are going to get this Burgos fight that all the fans and all of us have been clamoring for basically since Shane signed.
Yeah, like you said, man, I've been waiting for this shit since he signed. You know what I'm saying? They actually called me, and there was talks about me and him starting off the season. So I think there's no better time than now to do it. You know, it's the start of the playoffs. You know, we earned our way, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Got it. Thank you both very much, and best of skill to both of you. Looking forward to the fight.
Thank you.
Amy.
Hey guys. First, I just want to ask Clay, can you tell me what do you feel is different this season than the past season for you? Why do you feel like you had more success this year?
But there's plenty of reasons. You know, I got a new coaching staff. I have a few new training partners. We're adding new tricks. It's third time's the charm, you know?
Awesome, thanks. And Shane, I know entering this PFL playoffs didn't kind of go the way, we thought it would go. Obviously none of that was your fault, but do you feel like you have a little bit more pressure on you because of that? Because there's a little bit of negativity about how you got into the playoffs. Do you feel like you have to perform and prove everyone wrong on top of everything else?
I mean, maybe a little bit in the back of my head, but I don't put too much stock into that. I mean, every fight there's pressure, and the fact that I'm fighting in New York, that's pressure alone. But pressure is a privilege, and I'm in a good spot. I mean, I'm privileged to be where I'm at. It's one of those things. Like I didn't make the decision to do what the PFL did and put me in this position. I didn't make that decision. I had nothing to do with that decision. Like I said, I didn't find out until I got back home. Had Yamamoto knocked me the fuck out, and he won, I think they would have did the same thing and put him in this position instead of me. Obviously, I won the fight, so they didn't do that. But like I said, it's not my fault that I was given this opportunity. But at the same time, I plan on making the absolute most out of the opportunity. It's, again, the matchup speaks for itself.
Thank you, guys.
Patrick.
Hey, how you doing today,
How's it going?
Clay?
I'm doing well, brother. Thank you.
So would you would you rather have had the preferred matchup against Bruno Miranda, or are you happy you got this matchup against Shane, or would you have preferred this matchup anyways?
I mean, Shane's got a bigger name, you know what I'm saying? So that always adds to the fuel and the fire and the hype and everything. So to be honest, I don't give a fuck who I fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm number 1 seed. I'm coming in. I want to make it to the championship. I think it's gonna be me and Mercier at the end of all this, and that's what I'm shooting for. You know.
Okay. So what were your thoughts on Stevie Ray's retirement following your guys' last fight?
To be honest, I haven't thought too much about it. You know, if it was his time to retire, that's his time. You know, he's at that age. He's at that place in his life where he wants to give up fighting. So that's what he did. You know, I don't really think too much on it. Good for him. He had a great career. On to better things. You know.
Okay. And for Shane, so in 34 fights, Clay has only been KO'd once by Max Holloway. Do you think you have the potential to crack his chin, or do you think that this fight could be a decision?
To his credit, that was a TKO. That wasn't a KO.
Thank
so
you.
I
Thank you.
definitely,
Weeks
yeah,
notice.
I definitely want to be the first one. Obviously, that's the goal. That's definitely the goal going out there. But I'm not stupid. That wasn't a KO. That was a TKO loss. So to be the real first one would be a fucking feather in my cap.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, go ahead. We go with
Jonathan.
Jonathan Roblicon, 5 Reasons Sports. Shane, fighting in New York again. You've had a lot of great performances there. Charles Jourdain, the Billy Q fight where you've combined for almost 400 strikes between the two of you guys, and then you knocked out Makwan Amirkhani. What is it about New York that brings the best out of you?
I don't know. It's like an energy or something like that, man. It sounds corny and cliche, but there's just something about fighting here, especially at MSG. It's a weird energy that I just feel. I don't know. I love it. I'm undefeated in New York. I plan on keeping it that way.
And for Clay, it seems like there's a healthy respect between you guys. What are you looking forward to most in this matchup? We know it's going to be a war. What are you maybe looking forward to most coming out of this fight?
Man, he's gonna stand there. It's the immovable force meets the unstoppable object right now. You know what I'm saying? We both like to move forward. We both like to bang. We both like to scrap, and we're gonna come to the center of the cage and we're gonna throw down. And most of the time, I have dudes trying to same as him. Take me down, ride my back, hold me down, and that shit gets annoying. So
a little bit.
Yeah, we got another banger, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Well said.
Thank you guys, and good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Curtis.
Hey guys, Curtis Calhoun here with MMA News. My first question is for Shane. Shane, can I get your thoughts on, what surprised you the most about competing in the season format? And has it been more difficult than you maybe even expected going into it?
Yeah, so definitely more difficult than I don't know. You kind of expect what you think you expect, but you don't know until you're actually in this position. 3 fights, 3 fight camps. Basically been living in fight camps since February. So that in and of itself has been, I knew it would be hard, but you don't know exactly how hard it is until you go through it. So yeah, definitely been hard. The biggest surprise, I'd say, no surprise really. It's just I'm super busy, which is a good thing, and also a little bit of an annoying thing, obviously, with not much downtime in between the fights. So having to go right back into dieting, right back into another weight cut. That's the worst part about fight camp is fucking weight cuts.
And I want to get your thoughts on your teammate, Solomon Renfro. Obviously picked up a huge knockout win in his debut with the PFL. I want to get your thoughts on his potential, and do you feel like he would fit really well in this kind of season format?
Yeah, sky's the limit for him, man. He's super explosive. The best is yet to come. Keep your eyes on that kid. I'm telling you guys.
And then last question is for Clay Collard. Clay is a MMA fighter and professional boxer. I got to get your thoughts on the news of Amanda Serrano signing with the PFL. How do you think she'll do with the PFL, and what's your reaction to the signing?
Man, I haven't even been paying attention to none of that shit. I hope she does well. I'm focused on Shane Burgos right now, man.
All right. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Patrick.
Hey guys, this is Penn Record from Combat Sports Kate. So both of you guys have fought Yamato Nishikawa in the season. Now you're going against each other. How much stock do you guys put into having the experience with Yamato and seeing, how both of your styles matched up against Yamato?
Yeah, so if you watch the fights, both those fights were 2 completely different kind of fights. So you can only judge so much because, like I said, they're 2 completely different styles of fights.
And shout out Yamato, dude. That kid's tough as nails, bro.
He is.
And last one for me. Can I get a prediction from the both of you for this fight?
Win. That's my prediction. Any means necessary.
We're trying to take him out by round 2, man. We're trying to take him out in round 2.
Love it. Good luck to the both of you.
Thank you.
Anik.
Anik Subramanian, Fightbook MMA. Shane, last fight, you were going to become a father for the 3rd time. Now you are. Congratulations, by the way. How do you structure your training camp around taking care of a newborn?
Oh yeah, it's rough. It's definitely rough. But we hired a nanny for the time being to come and help my wife because obviously while I'm in training camp, it's not much I can help. Like I need my sleep, I need my recovery, I need to train. So my wife understands that. So yeah, hiring a nanny's been a huge help. And then obviously have my mom, my family, her mom, her family. So that's been a game changer for me. But after the fight, we'll have a little bit of downtime. So focus more on that.
Awesome. And Clay, knowing that you're probably going to get into a firefight, do you spar less or do you train slightly differently, knowing you're going to be fighting someone who comes to bang every time?
I mean, I just trust my coaches and whatever they say, I do. So we haven't been sparring too much. You don't want to take too many shots to the head. Period. So I'm always ready to bang. That's just me. So training camps very structured. We're working on very particular things like that, and just getting ready.
Awesome. So excited for the fight. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, last question. Marty, King's Court. You're on mute.
I am indeed. Thanks for that. First question to Shane. Shane, you always put on a show, and maybe you're playing a question that you've had previously. You've had your wins by decision in the PFL so far. Is there a really strong desire to actually get the finish, especially that you're going to be in New York this time? And have you seen anything in Clay's game that could help you get that finish?
Absolutely, man. No fighter wants to win a decision. That shit fucking irks me. I hate winning decisions. Pride myself in getting those finishes. I started off my career 7-0 with 7 finishes, never even making it to the third round. So definitely want to get back to that, and especially not having a finish in the PFL. So that's exactly what I'm looking to do. This stylistically is one of those fights like he's gonna come. I'm not gonna have to look for him. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be running around the octagon or trying to hold on to my ankles or hold on to my back. It's one of those matchups that I love personally, stylistically for my style too. So yeah, I plan on making the most out of that.
Brilliant. And then the last one for Clay. Clay, you're on a roll at the moment in time. Obviously finished Stevie Ray and retired him as well. What does that steam do for you going into this fight?
Man, we haven't lost yet this year, man. So we just want to keep the ball rolling, we have the confidence. I know I can put people away. I just did it recently, and we're going to try to do that again. So, yeah, like he said, I'm not going to have to look for him. I'm just going to have to find it. You know what I'm saying?
Best of skill to you both.
Thank you.
Awesome. Clay, Shane, we appreciate the time. I know on paper we were all expecting a banger. It's great to hear that you guys are expecting the same. So thank you for your time today, gentlemen.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, guys. Media, thank you to all of you as well. We appreciate all the questions. Don't forget the 2023 PFL Playoffs begin tomorrow, Friday, August the 4th at the Boeing Center Techport in San Antonio, Texas, with action then continuing to the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden on August 18th and August 23rd. All live on ESPN and streaming on ESPN Plus. We will see you there. Appreciate it, guys.